So yeah,
Off the
and
cuff, you know. So no,
yeah,
go on,
let
bro,
me-
go.
so what I'm saying is, yeah, brother, from nothing to something, innit? From nothing to something. That's what I'm saying. Like whatever your struggles are, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, start somewhere.
Start somewhere. Yeah.
Which
And-
brings us in nicely
yeah.
to the
yeah,
title of
yeah.
today's show.
Lemons to Lemonade,
Lemons to Lemonade.
episode 5, season 1.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
So we're gonna give you a breakdown of the title and you know what it means to us.
So today we'd just like to explore how facing adversity can be your poison, or how it can be your
cure.
your cure. You understand? And you'll find that there are many in all walks of life. Obviously, we like to relate our content specifically to sports and music, entertainment. But you know, just really getting into the grit and the understanding of how, you know, coming from less of, being a little bit impoverished, how that grit, yeah, can help you, you know, level up in the
Yeah.
world. And we've seen it time and time again. We see it in sports. You know, most of your sportsmen, your favorite sports people have come from some type of adversity. And that's the story that we tend to follow. And we just want to just explore that concept, you know, something to nothing, lemons to lemonade. How do we turn it around? Yeah.
Sour to sweet. You know, tragedy to triumph.
Cool.
You know, yeah. There's many stories of people having to go through things, and we just want to just delve into it and look at the possible solution. It's always solution based. We talk about something. Yes, we're going to go through the challenges and also finish with a solution. You know, and it's not all hat fits all, but surely you'll be able to pick something out of it. You know, want to make some sort of like some examples. You know, you've heard the stories. For example, like Anthony Joshua. He was living a life that may not been productive. Found himself in prison. Now he could have been in prison, but found himself in prison, came out and started to pursue a career in boxing. Now everyone knows his name. He's a household name. From sour, being in prison, maybe blaming others, blaming his circumstances, blaming his environment, to turning it around and internalizing it and realizing, you know what, it's a sour situation. Let me make it into a sweet situation.
And I think I mean, even that story, it brings about quite an important point that we need to touch on, which is like having that grit and resourcefulness. You know, that's because that's born from the ashes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Having that grit, like how do you develop that grit? You know, when you're looking at a youth and you say, you know what, that kid's smart. You know, there's smart and then there's street smart, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and there are certain things that you're able to do when you've got less, i.e. where the resourcefulness comes from. You know, maybe you didn't have enough money to get the latest mobile phone, but you find a way to communicate anyway. You find a way to gain access to the resources to get that mobile phone. Yeah. Some in good ways, some in not so good ways.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it does create that. Obviously that, when we're talking about the negative aspect of it and the negative elements of it, that's not so good because, you know, the risk level is high. You understand? In terms of what can happen to you. And just exploring that part of it. How do you think that grit and resourcefulness can aid you on your journey to going on to become successful, turning that lemon into lemonade? You got any examples?
And this is a great. I feel like I believe that we're in a day and age where we've got a lot of experience around us and people where we can follow through, like blueprints, you know. Having the grit, it's just having a vision, you know, having a vision and knowing this is not permanent. This situation ain't permanent. I'm willing to push through because let's have it right. It's normal to go into a life of alcohol and abuse, substance abuse, criminal activity, because of the circumstances, because of the environment. You know, it takes that special individual to transition from that and turn it into something, into a lemonade. You know, a lemon situation, you can look at the lemons and say, you know, got these bunch of lemons, man. I don't know what to do with it. I'm just going to sit here until it rots, you know?
I always, sorry, not even to cut you, but I always look at examples like from school. You look at the characters that are in our school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know where our school was, isn't it?
Tell them where our school was. You know, tell them where
Right
our
in the
school
middle of, right, smack bam in between Peckham, on the edge of ghetto.
on the
You know
edge of
what I mean?
ghetto, yeah.
Brixton down the road.
Brixton down the road, London's
Interesting.
round the corner.
So you can
Broccoli,
only imagine what kind of
mixture of
environment,
characters.
the mixture of characters that were
Interesting
there.
characters.
Yeah. And so we always saw like, you know, a lot of negativity, but somehow it never really affected I can't say it never really affected, but what we've seen in more recent times is how many success stories have come from that same school.
That's
and
right.
it's mad. Like, for me, if you're talking about, by the way,
Clement.
yeah, Clement, shout out Clement.
Prince of Peckham.
Prince of Peckham, he's one.
Lee Anderson.
Lee Anderson is another one.
Lee Bros.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
Williams
man.
Falade.
Williams Falade.
Yeah, these 3-time BBF.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We've got football agents,
and
Max
this is
Ferdinand.
Max Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Just people from our year we're just talking about, let alone.
Yeah.
No,
No, plenty. There's plenty. I don't even want to go into it because everyone's going to be like, oh, what
no,
did you shout
I'm
here?
bugged. Yeah,
Like-
Memphis Quapon, the pastor.
Oh, man, he just did a deal with BBC, no?
Yeah, just
Come on, man. Big up. So again, these are
I-
good and local expressions for us of, you know, being able to turn that grit and resourcefulness
yeah.
into you know, into something positive. You know what I'm saying? Or coming from a place of negativity where the sun didn't always
Sour.
shine.
Yeah.
You understand? And
Yeah.
turning it around. And so we applaud that, because at the end of the day, it's a success story, isn't it? When you look at like the likes of 50 Cent, you celebrate him. Why? Because he turns tragedy to triumph. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, culturally, let's talk about that. There's the adversity that you're not always afforded the same opportunities as other people. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You look at especially growing up. I don't know I don't even want to say I don't know, but the playing field has leveled out a little bit more now.
Yeah.
But back then, brother, you be at home. What did your parents tell you? They tell you need to work 10 times harder than everybody.
Yeah.
That was always instilled. You had to work, and it's like, wow, why working 10 times as hard? But when you start to understand the forces and the politics behind it, like, you always have to be just a little bit more special than everybody else. You get what I'm saying? And if you don't, you're likely to fall short. So that it's kind of removing the barrier of excuses where you can't sit there and say, listen, it's not going for me. I don't listen. You get knocked down, you get back up.